What's going on, guys? So today's video, we're going to be doing a review of Flagship's Dead Sea Clay. Let's get into it. But before we get into it, guys, if you have not yet, check out the channel, and if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, that way you don't miss any of my future content. And shoot me a follow on Instagram at Adams Hair Stuff. So, Flagship's Dead Sea Clay Pomade. Let's get into this, man. Let's talk about this pomade here and what it has to offer and my overall thoughts on it. That way you can figure out if this product is for you or not. So first of all, let's talk about Flagship a little bit here, okay? So I am not too familiar with their products, but I have heard of them and I know that they have been around for quite a long time, especially in the homebrew community, the pomade homebrew community. I know that Flagship has been one of the staple brands or companies in that smaller niche group. And I do know that they have a great following for their brand, and I know people do like their products, and most of the feedback that I have seen on their products have been very good. So I decided to pick me up some of their Dead Sea Clay because one of my subscribers wanted to see a review on this one, so I went online and actually picked some of this up. So let's first start off by taking a look at the jar. Alright, so here's a close-up of the label and the packaging, guys. As you guys see here, we have the Flagship logo on the front with the green borders and the black label with some green fonts. And just, you know, you got your descriptions and your ingredients and all that stuff on this label here. This is a 4-ounce jar, and this is one of those big 4-ounce jars, double wall jars, I believe. So I think the packaging is really simple. There's no top label on this one, just the side label here. So I think they kept it pretty simple, you know, nothing too fancy on this labeling. It gets the job done and it doesn't look too bad. So that is going to be your label and packaging. So the packaging gets the job done, guys. It's a very just simple, streamlined kind of packaging. You know, there's not a lot of clutter or anything like that on it. So I like that about that, just simple, straight to the point. So like I said, man, this is a 4-ounce jar, and what the Dead Sea Clay boasts is a firm hold with high volume and a matte finish. So this stuff is going to be best suited for guys or people who have shorter hair, especially with this being a high clay content pomade. It does have kaolin and Dead Sea Clay in it, as well as some sea salt. So you're gonna get a firm, grippy kind of feel in the initial application of this product. So if you have very long hair, this one is gonna be a little bit hard to work with. So this one is gonna be more suited for those shorter hairstyles, textured hairstyles, something even along the lines of what I got. Next, let's take a look inside the jar and see what the product actually looks like. So here's the product inside the jar, guys. As you can see, it is just like a typical kind of clay inside this jar here. It does have that gray color to it because of the kaolin clay and just the different, you know, amounts of clays and stuff in there. So, you know, inside the jar, it's nothing crazy going on. There's no coloring or nothing like that. So that's what you get. All right, next, let's talk about the scent here, guys. So on the website, which I do have pulled up here, it says that the scent is called Thieves Extravaganza. So Thieves Extravaganza, here are some notes here that I want to go over here. So it says it's made up of a bunch of stuff here, guys. So actually we got a bunch of it looks like essential oils going on in here. So by the looks of it on their website, this is supposed to be a very complex kind of scent to this. You know, it says here black pepper. This says, now it gives a bunch of different notes of what is in this product here. It looks like there's a lot in it. So if you're really interested in it, I'd recommend checking out their website to actually go over all of the scents or all of the notes of the scents, because there's too many right here for me to actually list and go over. But judging from the website, it looks like they actually put a lot into the scent. So we have, like I said, these various essential oils and stuff like that. So let's actually get to smell this and see what we think here. So opening it up. Okay, so to be quite honest with you with this one, it smells like bergamot to me. That's what it smells like to me. And if there's anything I can compare it to, I think it smells just like Lockhart's Groom Cream, if you have used that product at all. Very kind of citrusy kind of smell to me. It smells like bergamot. You know, I guess I'm getting a little bit more spice in it when it comes to the end of the scent. Maybe a little bit of that black pepper. but definitely it smells like bergamot to me. So I think it smells great. I love that kind of smell of bergamot, plus the rosemary or whatever else is in this. It does have like a earthy, very earthy kind of smell to it. So I guess you could say it does, you know, have like a coastal kind of smell to it in a way. Like when I do smell this, I do kind of think of the ocean in a weird way. But also with that bergamot kind of smell in it, it gives it a little bit more spice. So honestly, I do like this scent actually quite a lot. And what I like about it is it's not overpowering at all, but you do get a couple whiffs of it throughout the day, you know, in the very initial part of styling and putting it in your hair, but it does dissipate throughout the day. The scent is not that strong. I would say it's about a mid-weight kind of scent, but overall, I would give this scent, for me, probably about a 7.5 out of 10, because I do actually like this scent. And, you know, bergamot is actually one of those scents that I actually like a lot, especially since the Lockhart's Groom Cream is kind of the same. And I do love the scent on that. This one is just a better variation of that scent with a little bit more notes in there. You can tell the spiciness. So when it comes to the scent, that one is great in my opinion. All right, so let's get to putting this stuff in the hair, guys. So what we're going to be going for today is going to be just kind of a regular quiff like I always do. I'm going to add a little bit more texture in this one today because that is what this clay is really suited for. Now, we are starting off with blow-dried hair as usual, so keep that in mind because that will affect the performance of the product greatly in my opinion. If you blow-dry before you actually use your product, that is going to actually set the base for your style. You're not solely relying on the product. So if you're applying this to damp hair, it's going to be a lot easier going in, and you are going to have some different performance in the product if you were using this in damp hair. In my opinion and estimation, this stuff will have a little bit less hold, a little bit less texture, that kind of thing. So keep that in mind. I'm using it in blow-dried hair. So let's get into scooping this stuff out and getting it in the hair. Let's talk about the scoop out on this one, because I think there is something that needs to be said about it. So scooping this out, when I first got it, guys, this is definitely a firm clay to get out with the first layer, okay? You're definitely gonna have to apply some pressure to get this stuff out and get it out of the jar and into your hands and stuff. So initially, you know, this is going to feel like a harder clay to work with. So if you're not used to clay pomades or high clay content products at all, this one is going to be a little bit less user-friendly in my opinion. But with that being said, once you figure it out and get it out, you know, we break it down into the hands. Let's see what that is like. And that's what's weird about this clay here, is honestly, it feels like mud to me. If I had to say what the consistency of this stuff, it's like putting your hand in mud, which is cool. I like it, and it feels good in the hands, and it does break down very easily. But you got to make sure you are really emulsifying that stuff and breaking it down, guys, because this is a firm holding clay. So breaking it down, it does you know, dissipate very well in the hands and spread evenly. So we're gonna put this in the hair now. And upon using it in dry hair, guys, blow-dried hair, this is one of those clays that you got to be kind of careful with, because you are going to get some tug and pull initially putting this stuff in, especially with my texture of hair. My hair is very dense and coarse, so it's going to definitely cause clash and pull in the hair if you're not breaking this stuff down fully in your hands before applying it. So that's where I say the user-friendly aspect of this clay is going to be, you know, not as good as some other clays out there that are more creamy and a little bit easier to apply. But if you just get past that first layer, break it down in the hands very nice and evenly, and then apply it, you know, not in a very rough manner, you'll be okay. So we're gonna apply more of this stuff because I got a lot of hair. Now I definitely have used other products that have been a lot more tacky in the hair when you're putting it in, but this one is definitely workable, and you can get it in there with no issues if you break it down fully before putting it in your hair. So now that we got it there, man, we got it in, I think I'm going to stick with just the 2 big scoops in the hair, and then now we're going to comb through it with the fishtail. So upon combing this stuff in, It's actually very smooth if you're using a wide tooth comb. If you use a high tension side of your comb, a very high tension side, it will tug and pull on the hair if you do decide to go that route, guys. But for using this fish comb with these bigger teeth, it goes in and glides through very easily. And surprisingly, you know, the whole week that I've used this product, what I have noticed is that it starts off kind of gritty, and it starts off like that mud consistency, like that thick mud. But as soon as you comb through it and, you know, it kind of sets itself or gets distributed in the hair, it becomes a little bit more soft, a little bit more pliable, a little bit more flexible in the hair. So I think that's a good thing if you're looking for something that's going to be easy to restyle throughout the day, which this one will offer you that. So I also wanted to touch on the consistency of this stuff a little bit more too, with the mud consistency here. Now, I do like how that feels in my hair personally, and actually the product itself. I think that for a firm holding clay pomade, it is justified, and it does work. And I like it because it's Flagship Dead Sea clay. You know, it has Dead Sea in it. It does have you know, the other clays in it as well, kaolin clay. So I like the fact that it feels like a mud kind of. You know, it's like earthy, and I think it fits the theme of this pomade very well. So I do like the way that it is actually thicker and denser in the hands, and when you break it down. Until you break it down, because then that's when it gets a little bit more smooth and a little bit more easy to apply. So again, like I stated, we are using this in blow dried hair, guys. So with the blow drying and getting my fresh haircut here, as you guys can see, this clay does a really good job with that kind of styling. If you're blow drying your hair and then you're using this to lock it all in, as you guys can see, the shine right now is a little bit more on the natural side. I wouldn't call it super matte or nothing like that. Definitely you can see a little bit of shine there, but I'm pretty sure that dissipates throughout the day. And you know, I do like the way that this stuff styles my hair. I think it works great for thicker hair. And if you are using this in finer hair, this is going to be one of those products that I would not recommend. And if you're thinning as well, because this stuff is going to be very harsh in pulling out the hair. So I wouldn't recommend it for thinner hair. But if you have a denser head of hair or coarser hair, this stuff will work great. So as you see, you know, for this more slicked up style, it's holding it together, and I do like that. And what also I like about it is if you want to add some texture in there, you can. And it does give you just a little bit of texture in there. And I do like that look as well, where it's just kind of like a messier kind of quiff. But when it comes to the restyling aspect, you will definitely be able to do that with this. As you guys can see, nice and easy, effortless styling. Now, upon my testing, guys, I did film a little bit of endurance footage here, so I'm going to pan over to that real quick.
This is what we're going with for the day, guys. This is what I came up with. So again, we are using Dead Sea clay, and we are using it in the blow dried hair, and I went with an OG kind of pompadour or quiff. And I did like how the Flagship pulled everything together, and this is my starting style for the day. Here's another shot of it just so you guys can get a full view of the overall hairstyle. You know, it ended up being a really nice style. And no, this is before me heading off to work, so we'll see how it looks at the end of the day. And here we have it 8 hours later, guys. As you guys can see, we have some splitting going on in the hair. We got some natural texture coming out, a little bit of volume deflation in the overall style. I do like how it kind of just transitioned to this kind of natural more style. So expect that with this kind of pomade. There's no fixatives in it, so it will deflate throughout the day, and you will get a little bit of splitting and stuff, but I don't think it's an issue for the endurance of this product.
So before I wrap up on this one, I want to touch on a few more things about this product, guys. So first of all, the price. So I picked this stuff up on Amazon for 20 bucks, guys. So, you know, it says $19.99, I believe, on Amazon, but after tax and all that stuff with Prime anyway, it ended up being about $20. So, you know, for the amount that you get in this, I don't think that's bad at all. You do get a lot. This is one of those bigger 4-ounce jars, and I think, you know, because of what you're getting and the overall performance of the product, I think it's worth 20 bucks. So not a problem with the price there. And the next thing I want to talk about here is going to be some of the ingredients. Let's go over a few of these here because I think there's some things that we do need to mention about it. just so that you are aware. So what I noticed from the ingredients list on the jar that I got off of Amazon, guys, you know, we got our clays, we got PEG 40, which is just an emulsifier and stabilizer in the product. You know, and then we got the Dead Sea clay. We got our preservatives, fragrance. You know, we got stearic acid for stability, and also that thickens the product a good bit. And we got our salt, but there is an ingredient on here that I think you should be aware of, and that is borax. Okay. Now, why I mentioned borax, guys, is because it is a controversial kind of ingredient. There have been concerns about it being carcinogenic and that it causes irritation on the skin, that kind of thing. But in my opinion, personally, again, do your own research. But from what I have gathered from all my research in borax and in my own formulations with my products and stuff, because I've looked at borax before very thoroughly, you know, honestly, the amount used to actually make an emulsion and keep it stable, I don't think is enough to be really concerned about. Now they're starting to find out that it's mostly through inhalation that actually causes issues for you. It can be an irritant on the skin, just like baking soda or salt or something like that. Okay, so just like those, if you eat too much salt or if you use too much baking soda or something like that, it is going to be an irritant and actually potentially very harmful to you. Same thing with borax. It is a natural mineral, and I think that it is something that, you know, also aids in actually having the product wash out. Okay, so that helps it out. But the only issue that I have with borax is that the pH of borax is very high on the alkalinity side of the pH scale. Okay, now it could cause some irritation on the scalp. Just like if you have a soap or something like that causes irritation on the scalp, so can borax. So keep that in mind, guys. I don't think it's anything that you really have to worry about, but also just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of that if your jar does say borax on it. Again, because this is a review, and I also think that you guys should be informed of any potential hazards or anything about a product that you may not know, and that is my job, is to actually relay that to you with the information that I know. But also touching on the ingredients, guys, here, I did notice that on their website, I am not seeing the borax listed in the ingredients list on the website. So if you're really interested or concerned about it, I would reach out to Flagship personally, maybe send them an email to figure out exactly what is in the product that you are going to be receiving, or if they've actually removed borax or anything. If you're that really concerned about it, in my opinion, I don't think you should be. But if you are, definitely reach out to them. That way they can give you some clarification on the matter. And also, and since I am on the subject of their website, guys, I do like the fact that they give you a lot of information about this product or the products in general on their website, because I know that a lot of companies are pretty vague in their description of products and stuff like that on the label or even on their website, which I think we should start actually shining a light on a little bit more, because you know, being transparent with your customers, I think, is a very important aspect to the company overall. And I do like that they are one of those companies that actually give you so much information about the product, what to do, how it works, that kind of thing in it. So I would highly recommend checking out their website if you need to get some more clarification on the product. Also, there's videos about it and stuff, so I do like that, and I think it's worth a mention in the review. All right, and the last thing I want to touch on, guys, is the washout of this product. So what I have noticed and my routine, now I only wash my hair once a week, guys, so you know the washout with water and conditioner, because I do condition my hair 2 to 3 times throughout the week with just conditioner. What I did notice is that with just using water, it doesn't come out all the way, okay? But it's nothing too bad. It washes mostly out with water. You're gonna be left with a little bit of residue, nothing like an oil base or anything like that. Definitely washes out mostly with water. I don't think you're gonna have an issue at all or be uncomfortable or nothing like that. And I did notice that if I just co-wash my hair, which is just using a conditioner, no shampoo, I notice it actually gets most of it out, guys. So no, that's a good option as well. And obviously it will fully come out with shampoo, and you will have that you know, freshly shampooed hair, which I do not recommend doing too much throughout the week. But also, again, on their website, guys, they do state that you do need shampoo. It says does require to get it all the way out. So again, the transparency, I think, is great from Flagship. But overall thoughts, guys, on the Flagship Dead Sea Clay, I'm gonna say that I actually do like this stuff a lot. For my hair in particular, the thicker, kind of denser kind of hair, it works great, guys. So if you are in the market for a firmer holding clay, it's nice and tacky. I think this one will do justice for you. Again, like I showed in the endurance part of it, I did notice that it does become a little bit soft in the hair, and it does kind of lose its volume a little bit. But I don't think it's anything that is really concerning, especially in high heat environments, guys. You gotta expect that to kind of happen with this, because this is also a pomade that doesn't have any fixatives in it. Okay, so it's not going to harden up in the hair or nothing. It's definitely going to stay malleable, and that lack of volume, the downgrade in volume throughout the day, and the hold in it, I don't think is a big deal, and you're not really losing too much out on it. For me, Flagship, I think I'm going to keep this one and actually put it into the collection because I think that's where this one is going to belong, because I will be using this one in the future. And like I stated earlier, guys, if you do have finer hair or you are thinning out, I would not recommend this one, guys, because it is going to be a little bit too hard to use. There is kind of a learning curve, I think, with these higher clay content pomades that are a little bit firmer and just a little bit thicker. So the initial application, I think, is a little bit too harsh if you have very, very fine hair. You can probably get away if you use just very little amounts of it, but for the purpose of this stuff, I don't recommend it for that kind of hair texture. But that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. If you liked this one, be sure to leave a comment down below to leave me some feedback and let me know, what do you think of the Dead Sea Clay by Flagship? Also, leave me any recommendations for any other products you would like to see on the channel. Speaking of products, guys, if you have not yet, be sure to check out my products as well. We got Shapeshifter Clay and Totem Pomade, both water-soluble products. These are handmade, small batch by me, so a lot of effort went into these, and I think you should check them out. We also have Warrior Oil, guys, which is an all-purpose oil, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback on as well. Really good for pre-shave oil and just an all-purpose oil in the hair and on the beard. So if you are interested in my stuff, guys, there will be a link in the description. Also, it will be in the top pinned comment on this video. And since I did pick this stuff up on Amazon, guys, there will be a link in the description to this product if you're interested in picking that up. Now, with that being said, guys, I am an Amazon affiliate, and I do get a kickback if you actually use those links in the description. Now, that does not raise the price to you whatsoever. All it does is it's a way for me to be compensated for promoting these products. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Stay fresh, because you deserve the best, and we will see you guys next time. Take it easy.